now since 1989. The site of brave souls diving into the Atlantic at Lahinch on Christmas morning has become a cornerstone of the Clare festive season. Originally founded by PJ Crotty and John Fawl, this tradition continues today through their families, carrying on a legacy of local generosity. And this year the waves will be filled with swimmers once again, all raising vital funds for the Little Blue Heroes Foundation, a charity that turns courageous children battling serious illnesses into Honorary Gardaí. And to tell us about the history of the swim and the heroes it supports in Liscannor, Inagh and beyond, I'm joined on the line by Clíona Fawl and Garda Niamh Keogh, who's involved in the Little Blue Heroes initiative. And you're both very welcome to the programme. Clíona, as I mentioned, this swim has been part of Christmas Day in Lahinch for the past 36 years or so. Can you fill us in on how it all started?
It all started with my dad, John, and PJ Crotty set it off to raise funds in the area for local charities. In the early days, there was only a handful of people, and sometimes we went out in snow and ice. And then it's just grown beyond all what we envisaged. And we have a great team of volunteers on the ground who help out on the morning and beforehand. And it's great to see the numbers going, and with people with buckets. And we have an I Donate link up on our page, Lahinch Christmas Swim. And the money we've raised over the years has done great work helping different charities and local charities as well.
Okay, so many causes have benefited over the years by the sounds of it.
Yeah.
And Clíona, you mentioned it was, small enough numbers early on. Obviously, when an initiative starts, it needs to kind of gain awareness and so on, and notoriety. Did the numbers increase pretty quickly over the following years, or was it a gradual process?
Yeah, the first 5 or 6 years, you'd have about maybe 100, and now it's gone up to close to 1,000 or more. And then you have different swim groups as well, and some of them go out early. But there's a big crowd on the slipway, and we've Hannah doing DJ and providing the entertainment and music in the morning. And it's always been a great atmosphere. Like years ago, we used to have O'Looney's and they used to do hot whiskies, but that doesn't happen anymore. And so people just get dressed, get warm. It's going to be 3 or 5 degrees on Christmas Day. A small little ripple of a wave, and the water temperature will be 10.7. So I'd advise people to wear a swim hat, wear your booties. The water will be warmer than the air. And to get dressed quickly afterwards then and get warm. But I think the camaraderie on the morning, it's kind of keeps you warm. Everyone's cheering everyone on. And
I suppose, look, the warmer conditions in the water, it sounds counterintuitive that it'll be warmer in the water than it would be on land, but that should entice a few more. I mean, those are huge numbers, especially on Christmas morning. Time of year when people are obviously being close with family and busy doing stuff, that they would make time that such huge numbers would make time to get involved in this. Yeah, it's great. It's become a huge tradition here now, and all the different people go out, and I suppose it's good that people give a bit back on Christmas Day to those that need it. Even my own kids in the morning, they kind of look at Santa and they're out and they're helping with the buckets, and they're quite young. And as I said, you do your bit to help people, and that's what Christmas is all about, really. Yeah, very, very true. That is, I suppose the key sentiments of Christmas, and lovely that at such a young age, people like your children are getting involved in this tradition. You mentioned DJs and so on. Can you colour in for us what the actual swim there in Lahinch is like on Christmas morning when all the people gather, be it swimmers and supporters? Is it the swim first and then the music, or what else is happening? Hannah will be on the mic from first thing and giving us music and joking and getting everyone in the atmosphere. And then it's unbelievable, unless you're here Christmas Day, some people don't realise it, but the traffic could be backed up all the way out along the Ennis-Simon Road. And then you'd have people from Bahan's pub down to the lifeguard tower watching, and the other side, and then you've got the group of swimmers.
And usually we kind of go down the slipway at a countdown for 12 o'clock. And Hannah does the countdown and then everyone goes in. But we might, since conditions are suitable, we might start from the bottom of the slipway this year to get everyone down on the sand and go out. And it's a bit warmer standing down on the sand than on concrete.
It sounds like good fun, and for such good reasons as well. Thinking of others, which, as you say, Clíona, is kind of a crucial element of Christmas. And you mentioned as well that the swim has raised vital funds for many causes over the years. This year, the swim is raising funds for Little Blue Heroes. Why was it important to support this particular cause?
Well, it's important. Like, we try to keep it local, and there's a lot of children in under the guise of Little Blue Heroes in the area, and it's a good cause, sick children, and it's you'd like to do anything you can to help them and give them that bit of support that they can be looked after. And you know, it's always every cause is a good cause, and especially sick children, it's very nice to help them out.
Yeah, and we have previously heard about the Little Blue Heroes initiative, and let's bring in Garda Niamh Keogh. Niamh, as I mentioned, it is for children battling serious illnesses and turning them into Honorary Gardaí. Can you talk to us a bit about how the Little Blue Heroes initiative began, though, and the difference it has made in the lives of these children who are dealing with some things that most of us would never want to deal with, and what being a Little Blue Hero can do for them?
Good morning, Ellen. Good morning, Clíona. First of all, I want to thank Clíona and the organisers for choosing Little Blue Heroes as a charity to benefit this year from the Lahinch swim. That's what Christmas is all about, giving back to charity, and those brave people going in on Christmas Day is just fantastic. So as you know, Ellen, I was on with you before, and I have a Little Blue Hero myself, Cody. He's here in Inagh. So just Little Blue Heroes, it's a non-profit charity, so we rely on people like the organisers of the swim to get funds for all the Little Blue Heroes. There's 12 families in Clare who benefit from the Little Blue Heroes, and countrywide I think there's over 380 Little Blue Heroes. So all the funds is raised through donations and fundraising events like the Christmas Day swim. It's an independent of An Garda Síochána, but we work very closely with the charity, and it's ran by volunteers, including retired members, Garda members. So, we rely on events like this, and we're delighted.
Yeah, and I suppose, as you say, it's not directly connected to the Gardaí, but from a Garda perspective, what impact does this kind of positive engagement have, both for the children and the wider community?
Yeah, getting to meet the children on a positive note. It's a great buzz. We love being out there and meeting the families of the children, and just bring a bit of happiness. It takes off the financial pressure on some of the families, as some of these families can't work because they're full-time carers for the kids. And just, it's a moment of happiness when we call to see them. You see their face light up, and there's Sarah's Christmas gift is what is distributed every Christmas to every Little Blue Hero. Sarah was a Little Blue Hero that sadly passed away in 2019, so her family are massive. They raise a lot of money, and they spread Sarah's kindness to all the Little Blue Heroes, so it's fabulous.
Yeah, and I've seen pictures of Little Blue Heroes in the past, the little Garda uniform and all of that. And sure, they'd love all of that, the stuff you wear and the vehicles you get to use and the equipment and all of that.
Yeah, it's great, and they all a lot of them become honorary guards, so they have their own uniform and they have their own Garda notebook, and they're proud to be part of the Garda family, so it's great, positive.
I suppose the nice knock-on effect is it works as a kind of maybe a recruitment tool as well. They could put a career in the Gardaí into their minds for later in life.
Exactly.
And I suppose, Clíona, look, Christmas can be a difficult time for families dealing with serious illness, and knowing that this swim helps an organisation like Little Blue Heroes, which is so great in helping children who are battling serious illnesses, the kind of good feeling that must give a family at Christmas is incalculable.
Oh no, it's been amazing throughout the years. Like you have a feel good factor coming away from it, and like the Crotty family, Fiona and Roisin and Angela, will be on the prom on the day, and myself and my dad and my brothers maybe if they're not working, and it's such a good feel-good factor on the day, and you come away as though you've achieved something, and it's a positive, and it's a great community here in Lahinch, and everyone steps in to give a hand, and it's good to see that.
Yeah, really, really is.
You might join us, Alan.
Well, you did say the water will be warmer than the air, so that certainly that will encourage many people, maybe even myself out there. Just to remind listeners, Clíona, Christmas Day, midday, I think you said it begins. Where exactly are people meeting again?
Christmas Day at 12 noon, and we usually advise people come a bit early because parking and that can be a problem with all the crowds, and everyone gathers at the top of the slipway, but we're going to start from the bottom of the slipway. We have all volunteers will organise, get people down on the sand, and then there's the countdown at 12, and everyone runs out and comes back in quickly and get dressed and get warm afterwards fairly quickly because the air will be cold, but it's all in a good cause.
Yeah, it really, really is. A question in here for you, Niamh, from a listener on 086 1800 964 asking how the children get chosen to be Little Blue Heroes. Thanks, they're asking.
So usually above in Crumlin Hospital, Little Blue Heroes reach out to the families, but like we are there to support anyone. If anyone wants to become a Little Blue Hero, we'd be delighted, and there's a Little Blue Hero website. It's like anyone can become a Little Blue Hero if they fall under the category of the serious illness, and but if anyone wants to reach out, the website there is Little Blue Heroes.
Okay, brilliant stuff. And Clíona, where can people go to donate or find out more information about the swim?
Well, we have a Facebook page, Lahinch Christmas Swim, and there's an I Donate link there. And then on the day we have buckets for donations, and we also have an I Donate tap, which goes straight into Little Blue Heroes. So we're covering all aspects, and just come to Lahinch Christmas morning, come around 11:30 and enjoy the atmosphere. And we'd like to thank Clare FM as well, because they've been there since the start. Since you started and we started. The van used to come out in the early days as well on Christmas morning. And they used to do interviews and stuff on the day. And it's good to get that continued support down through the years.
Yep, 1989. It was a very good year for radio and for swims out in Lahinch. That is for sure. Look, hope it all goes well. It sounds like there's going to be massive crowds at it as ever, and should be a lot of money raised for Little Blue Heroes. Clíona, Fawl and Garda, Niamh, Keogh. Ladies, thank you very much for joining me on Morning Focus.
Thanks, Ellen. Thank you.
Thanks very much, and a happy Christmas and New Year to both of you.